When you are blind, you only see you. When you have vision, you see everyone. I don't live for myself. I live for the people. I don't pastor for me. I pastor for the church. I pastor for God. I do what he called me to do, and I want to be a vessel. So everywhere I go, I have to show vision versus blindness. If I show blindness, then that means my own self-preservation is out in front. I want you to see me. Well, I don't really care if you see me. But I do care if you see God in me. So that means that my sins, I have to put under submission. Because I want you to see Jesus. When you want me to hate you, I can't hate you. Because if I hate you, are you going to see Jesus? Because if I hate you, that means Jesus hates you too, right? So that vision is not his, it's from Satan. Which means that I'm wearing what? Blinders. I'm not seeing. Pharisees, religious leaders, you are not seeing. Jesus said unto them, if you were blind, ye would have no sin. But now you say you see, therefore your sin remaineth. You got to see your mess in order to get rid of your mess. You got to see your faults in order to move your faults. You got to see the light in order to share the light. Because if we don't, what's the church? What's the church but a bunch of blind folk? We come around here, we run, we sing, we shout, we dance, we preach, we do all these things, but we walk out that door, we have no vision. Don't come to church just to come to church and check off a box. Don't read his word just to read his word to say I read it to check off a box. Dig in. Because see, there are going to be situations in your life that has to go beyond you. Things you will never be able to understand, never be able to explain, but as long as you're looking at you and your feelings, your emotional, you can't help nobody. You ever met those kind of people? Every time you may come to them and you ask for prayer, they remind you of all their issues. Could you pray for me? Yeah, but I dealt with that too. I had this. Can you just? We need to be an open vessel. And know that God will take care of our needs. God meets me. When I travel up and down these dangerous roads, it's a lot that I see. And there's a lot that I don't see. But God does. And so I make it down these dangerous highways not because of me. I make it because of God. God still has an assignment for me. God still has something for me to do. God don't want me maimed just yet. God don't want this. Or even if he did maim me, if he didn't take me out, then I'm still supposed to learn something from that. And even in my handicap, even in my paralyzation, I'm still supposed to what? See. It's not about getting bitter. Well, Lord, I preached for you. I paid my tithe, did all these things, and now I'm paralyzed. I can't move. I ain't good for nothing no more. I thought you said you was not blind. Because just because something happened to you that seems tragic shouldn't mean you lose your vision. This man was born blind from birth, from the beginning. Now all of a sudden he can see. You've had your vision the entire time, and now when your physical vision gets taken, it's like, oh Lord, you done forsaken me. Woo-hoo. Vision is not what you see. It's beyond what you see. How do you look at your circumstances? How do you put all these things together? Because when you begin to do that, when you begin to truly see, you are no longer blinded. You see that person in need. You see that person who who needs a prayer, who needs a hand, who needs a financial blessing, who needs this or who needs that, because you're able to see beyond. See, when you can't see beyond, you're only thinking about your needs.